everybody. This is Glenda with Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus. Messy hair and all. I am just going to be talking to you tonight for a minute. We've had quite a day. And to tell you the truth, it's been a miraculous day for me. They have been doing rolling blackouts throughout, I guess, a few states here in the Midwest. They aren't giving warning to who they're giving to when they're doing the blackouts and where. So they hit us about 7 something this morning, and I was still in bed. I woke up, my CPAP wasn't going, and I heard the battery backup beeping in the dining room, which is where my oxygen concentrator is, my big one for the house. And I didn't even think to buy one for the concentrator, until a few weeks ago. And we have had it plugged in ever since. And thank goodness we did, because this morning I needed it. I heard that beeping. I was able to get up and get in there, and it died. It just beeped its last just as I was getting onto my portable. And the portable lasted until the electricity came back on. So that was a miracle. I mean, the timing was too perfect for it to have been anything else. So I kept in case it happened again, or they did it again, I had my portable sitting here by me all day. And it's just been one of those days that it's miraculous, and yet it's wearing. It just wears you down. But there's never a promise that a miracle won't wear you down. So it got down. We are in the deep freeze states here. I don't know how many states are in this deep freeze, but we've been getting, for the last week or so, temperatures as low as 20 below zero Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius. You guys do your own math, whatever. I have to go to Google. But anyway, yes, it's been that cold. I haven't been going outside, but the air temperature in here has been below the thermostat setting most of that time, at least a few degrees. And because it's a big drain. And that's why they ended up doing these rolling, because people are using a lot of lights, or using a lot of stuff to stay warm. It's just not the usual thing, because the furnaces are running longer. So, and more. And then, I think it was early this afternoon, I got a call from my son-in-law. They had the pipes on their the south side of the house were frozen in the kitchen sink. The ones on the north, working fine. Must have had some south wind or some east that came in around the back. So they needed a heater, which Joe had brought over because it needed something worked on, and it was still here. So over comes my grandson, and away went the heater, which was fine because we don't use it. It's a kind of a space heater. I told him to keep an eye on it, because those things, they're great for what they do, but you really have to watch them, because if there's anything wrong with them, or near them that shouldn't be, they can cause a fire. So I'm not recommending them unless they're absolutely needed. But if you do have to use them, keep an eye on them. But they were able to get that down in the basement and thaw their pipes out. And then Joe wasn't getting home. Joe was not getting home from work. Normally a half an hour or so, that don't bother me. But this was a weird day. This is the plus part, the plus part of Fralins and Friends Crafts Plus, because it isn't always crafts. This is one of the pluses. You get to hear me gripe for half an hour. No, not that long, maybe 10 minutes. So I finally called him. Oh, I got to tell you more about the miracle this morning. But I called him and he said, I'll be home in about 20 minutes. He got out of work late and he stopped in Beatrice to get some things before heading home. So he was on his way home with supper, thank goodness. Back to this morning, I forgot to tell you, we have this kind of phone. And I never thought about the fact it will not work when the electricity's off because the base isn't working. I have this phone, which is my old one. It will only work off of Wi-Fi because I don't have any service to it anymore. So it'll only work off of Wi-Fi and it won't work for calls. It'll do text and web. And I have this one. This is the current cell phone. I have all kinds of trouble with this thing. When I turned it on this morning, it had 25%. And as cold as it was going down fast. So I had to use the flashlight on this phone to look up the phone number for the city power in this phone book so I could plug it in and hurry up, make the call, and see what the heck was going on. Because I didn't know they were doing these power outages. And usually if they're going to turn the power off, they call me because I'm on a list to be called. The power company or the city light and water didn't know either. They didn't know because I guess the public power districts or whatever, they're not telling anybody when they're doing it. They're just doing it. I suppose they get a lot of guff. So I was very thankful that I had just enough juice on this phone and the power came back on as close to 8 o'clock. So I was on my portable for a while, which would have lasted about 2 hours on the internal battery, and then I had an external battery, extra battery. So thank God for the miracles he worked in my life today, in our life, because he had some troubles at work, just aggravating stuff like batteries being dead on vehicles that they needed to use, stuff like that, So, but thank goodness the battery on the car worked so he could get home. That has been the frustration and the miracles of the day. And I just want you all to say thank God for this, because who knows where I'd be right now. I could have probably survived for a while, but I'm just glad it's over with to this point. And I'm going to be ready the next time, I hope. I am going to keep that portable close to me. So have a good day. We're supposed to start warming up. That's another miracle. Finally, after over a week, maybe even 2 weeks, and that was with a break in between, we're going to start warming up. We're supposed to get above zero, I believe, tomorrow. Don't quote me on that. But we're supposed to get above zero tomorrow. Now, of course, something depends on the wind chills as well. So I will see you tomorrow. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. I will see you Friday. And I'm going to try and start working on that bird, and I'll film what I'm doing, but I'll try and start working on it tomorrow. Today, I didn't do anything on it because I was just wanting to stay as close to my portable and not have to move around any more than I had to. So, thank goodness, no more rollouts for right now. Or blackouts. Is that what they call it? Rolling blackouts. See you Friday, God willing. I love you. Good night.